Hey guys, and welcome to a showdown featuring the mighty the Phoenix King, as his High Elf forces do come to a showdown up against Shrazazm against his Empire legions. We are on Pillar of Bone, and this was taken from the One Build Battle Royale tournament that we featured here on the channel. So these builds aren't exactly prepared for each other, but more meant to be well-rounded builds to take on all comers. Now, for the Phoenix King, let's have a little look. We have Spearmen on the flanks with the white lions in the central pocket. AP lion-themed infantry. Can't get much cooler than that. We also have triple dragon princes in the back line, which is some of the heaviest cavalry the High Elves can indeed bring to the table. They don't have anti-large, which I'd quite like them to have. I think it'd make them way better than they currently are, but still good shot cavalry throughout. And with the help of a lot of healing, which the Elves have plenty and plenty of access to, they can be very powerful indeed. Speaking of healing, we do have a Mage of Life magic here, coming with an Earthblood and Shield of Thorns. Leading the force, we have Tyrion, and I think the Phoenix King is a big fan of the mighty beast himself, and he can certainly go toe-to-toe with the best of them in single hand-to-hand combat. He does lack a little bit of mass though, being an elf, so he can often get pinned in the wrong engagements. He has Sunfang, he has all his buffs, Stand Your Ground, Heart of Avalon, all that good stuff. It looks like as well that's pretty much it for his build, apart from these two units of Shadow Warriors who are on the right hand side looking to apply a little bit of sneaky pressure. Now for the force of the Empire, they've taken to the high ground here, defending this plot of land in the front line with Sigma Sons and basic swordsmen dotted all the way along, so going rather wide, cheap and cheerful, with some spearmen protecting the flanks. In the centre pocket, we have a lot of range. We have the Huntsman, Silver Bullets, more Huntsmen, and another unit of handgunners, as well as the Hammer of Witches, Regiment of Renowned Great Cannon. That's going to pour in fire, a bucket ton of it, in fact, on the High Elf forces. We have Knights of the Blazing Sun, one unit on either flank, and the army shall be led by Volkmar the Grim. Very good in this matchup because he will delete 90% of the Elvish force if left to it on his own, of course. He can come in, run over infantry, run over expensive infantry at that, has loads of buffs and debuffs which can be pretty useful as well. So without further ado, let's get this battle underway. Shadow Warriors are popping up now down this right hand side. Going to want to try to finish off the Silver Bullets and Huntsmen when they can, but of course they can't see these guys yet as they are stalked, so instead they're looping some shots up and over, aiming to take down the Hammer of Witches, which is a good target because that can apply a ton of damage to the Dragon Princes, and they've had to take a very wide berth at the moment to try and avoid the enemy. Volkmar is driving forward, which is maybe a mistake up against the might of Tyrion. If he does turn around to fight him, I don't think Volkmar can take him on, but it looks like he's trying to bait him into a fight near the bowline of the Empire forces. Big fat burning head does go down the line, but it is well dodged so far by the advancing Elvish forces, and the Shadow Warriors once again start pouring fire in, this time aiming at the Silver Bullets. A good target to take down in my opinion. Dragon Princes chin out on this right hand side, and they do have a big resistance to fire, so the Knights of the Blazing Sun could be in a bit of trouble here. Looks like Sigma trying to do his best, or Volkmar bringing the wrath of Sigma to the foes. White Lions don't take too much damage, and Tyrion is in hot pursuit right now. Knights of the Blazing Sun need to be very careful here. They run over the White Lions, but if these Dragon Princes catch them, they will butcher the Knights of the Blazing Sun where they stand. A massive Sunfang goes down the line on the Silver Bullets, basically annihilating the unit with the helpful support here of the Shadow Warriors. And all across the battle line, the war is underway as Dragon Princes slaughter swordsmen and White Lions go about their butcher's work. We have another unit on this flank. However, the handgunners, as well as the Huntsmen, really making the Dragon Princes pay for coming so close to the back line. Tyrion's currently just rolling around, hunting down Knights of the Blazing Sun, going wherever Volkmar goes, because they'll certainly be able to take down Volkmar with relative ease. Volkmar is still particularly tanky. Shadow Warriors starting to pour fire now into the Huntsmen, trying to prove that Elvish archers are far better than human archers, and they're certainly doing a good job, but the Knights of the Blazing Sun are forcing their way through the front line now, looking to hunt down these Warriors of Shadow. However, Dragon Princes are nearby. They might be able to pop over and help assist if possible. Major Life has taken some damage, but seems to be in a relatively stable condition now. Dragon Princes floating out on the left-hand side. A banishment is used on the Dragon Princes, but they pull back, and that banishment actually obliterates some Knights of the Blazing Sun and Spearmen, as the Dragon Princes flee behind the tree line, looking to escape the wrath of Volkmar. Tyrion's hunting down that Bright Wizard, and the best thing about Tyrion, in my opinion, is he is so disgustingly quick on his steed, so even if the Bright Wizard wanted to escape, unless there's friendly forces nearby, there's simply no hope for him to get out of there, and he is currently getting butchered. Dragon Princes staring the Hammer Witches in the eye, but can't quite get on there to shut them down, because Volkmar is constantly on the prowl. In the back line, Shadow Warriors have been shut down, but Dragon Princes are here to support. And those Knights of Blazing Sun, yeah, really aren't going to have a good time. They're not basically not going to be able to do any damage. If we have a little look here at the Dragon Princes, they have 70% fire resistance. And Knights of Blazing Sun, as their name would suggest, do indeed do fire damage. With white lines return to the field, and they can start charging back up the hill to meet their enemy. And my god, charging uphill into combat must be a horrible experience. Swordsmen being run over by Dragon Princes, but there is the support of handgunners raining fire down, doing some really nice work. And the Dragon Princes, for the most part, are looking a little beat up. Not terrible on these two units, and there still is obviously the potential for healing. Knights of Blazing Sun rally and charge forward once more, but the Dragon Princes shall meet them on the field of battle, clattering into the Knights, and yeah, that is going to be a bad day for them. Look at their health just disintegrate around us, and their leadership starting to waver already. Volkmar's going over to assist, and we do have the Huntsman as well as some of the handgunners adding fire to attack the Dragon Princes, but they're looking pretty healthy right now. Tyrion continues his prowl of hunting down Volkmar the Grim, trying to finish him off. That's been his mission all game. White lines are getting cycle charged at this point by the Knights of Blazing Sun, running them over, doing some glorious work. It's always funny to see a unit like this, because this obviously is the you pick one army and you have to stick with it style tournament. Seeing Knights of Blazing Sun up against High Elves is just something you would never see normally. More Dragon Princes lance in, running over the Huntsmen and treading them, or trampling on them under hoof. Doing some good work as the Knights of Blazing Sun clatter in a desperate attempt to pin these guys in place and allow the Huntsman as well as the Bright Wizard to escape. In the distance, Dragon Prince is just mopping up a lot of the troops who did rout and maybe considering coming back to the fight. You might think twice if the Dragon Princes are lurking, and the Hammer of Witches once again starts to run. Knights of Blazing Sun are scattered in all directions. A few swordsmen coming back. A big fat Sun Fang going to come down the line once again on top of the handgunners, and it should do some pretty decent damage. They're not quite as tightly compact, so it didn't end up doing that much. But still, damage is damage, and Tyrion's up to 54 kills at the moment. Volkmar's looking very healthy. He's constantly trying to hound the Dragon Princes where possible. Despite the fact he does fire damage, he does hit rather hard. And with all his buffs, he's hoping to drag them down. We're even going to see a fat banishment on top of the Princes to try and finish them off for good, sacrificing some Knights of the Blazing Sun in the process. And it looks like it may just about work there, mopping up that unit. But the second unit of Dragon Princes is now well and truly a cat among the hengs. And yeah, on top of the handgunners, Huntsmen are running for their lives. It's looking a little bit bleak for the force of the Empire, but balance of power is still actually a little bit in their favour. I think that's due to how healthy Volkmar is, and Tyrion, just whipping that flaming sword around, continues to hound the Grim where he can, but he's still pretty much full health at the moment. We are going to get a Shield of Thorns and a Stand Your Ground come down on these Dragon Princes, ensuring they can finish off the handgunners and hold back the Knights of the Blazing Sun before dispatching them with elvish efficiency. Over way in the distance, we have some Shadow Warriors, 45 in fact, running from Sigma Suns. They definitely just want to turn and fight this, and these Shadow Warriors, they can cut the spin a little while longer, but these arrows certainly could be used in the main fight. So standing and fighting, pinning these guys in between two units, for example, I think might be quite a good idea. But of course, the micromanagement is really happening over this side of the battlefield. We may well get a Wizard Jewel, the Mage of Life, waggling her staff at the Bright Wizard, daring him to come back here and face her, but he is going to be fleeing instead. Dragon Prince is just going to tank the damage at the moment that Volkmar's throwing at them. Knights of the Blazing Sun have run for their lives, and Tyrion is still full health, and you can see Volkmar is taking a bit of a beating now when he's isolated and alone, and not with friendly forces. He's trying to drag these enemies towards the handgunners and huntsmen, who are just pouring in fire. Come this way, Lord, we can cover you. But the Dragon Prince is probably going to start pushing forward and shut down these range aspects, and it looks like that's just what they're going to do. Ignore Volkmar, lower those lances, kill some manlins, and have a good time. That's what we're here for. And it looks like the handgunners will be wavering and probably breaking, likewise the huntsmen, and they need these guys online, but Phoenix King doesn't want none of those shenanigans. He's trying to keep his elite warriors active, and with Tyrion so healthy, he does pop his buffs and continues once more to hunt the prey. Looks like in the distance, some huntsmen did manage to rally and actually finish off and shatter these Dragon Princes. There's only 9 of them left. Bright Wizard as well, just going over there to insult them as they flee, I'm sure, and get 1 or 2 hits in. Shadow Warriors did defeat their enemies, and they can now trot their way back to the main engagement. 125 and 69 kills on them. But I guess a lot of the time they've been kind of forced out by state troops. So it'll be interesting to see their damage value at the end of the game. And the Hammer of Witches crew trying to get back online. That is very sneaky from the Empire player. If they can get one cannon shooting again, they might stand a chance here just to finish off Tyrion with 1 or 2 good hits and give Volkmar a bit more of a fighting chance, who's leading him on a real wild goose chase, trying to pull him through spearmen, but Tyrion is just going to follow his path, a bit like, you know, when you chase an ambulance down the road or whatever to avoid the traffic. That is what Tyrion's doing. Volkmar the Grim, 1,600 health, not looking too great. We did get a fireball come in there, I believe, trying to hunt down the Dragon Princes, and a Burned Head attempting to pop on top of them. They're going to just absolutely tank the damage. Fire damage, plus the Knights of the Blazing Sun's fire. He really did get counterpicked here a little bit hard with these Princes, but still, pin on a great show, and it is still relatively close. Just like I say, the balance power slips into army losses, and Volkmar the Grim is the last man standing. And even if it was a one-on-one duel with him and Tyrion, there was no hope left for the Empire, and the Empire has now fractured. A Pyrrhic victory and a super fun game. Very well played to the Phoenix King. Triple Dragon Princes is something I always enjoy seeing, particularly when led by Tyrion. He really did put on a good show for us. 59 kills, 3,779 damage. Well played to his opponent though, who put on a fantastic display, and honestly, with the tools he had at his disposal, I don't know if he could have done much better. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll go through the damage dealt and damage value in just a second of all the units. But if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Make sure to comment down below as well on who was your favourite character, what was your favourite moment, who was the MVP, or just yell quack at me. I enjoy reading all the comments all the same. Feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. Really helps push us out to see more people, and we're getting dangerously close to 5,000 subscribers, where we'll certainly make an effort to do a giveaway. Well, we definitely will do a giveaway, but make an effort to do a really cool, fun stream for you guys. Anyway, there's also links down below in the description to my Discord, where you can submit replays, get involved and chill out with a load of cool people, as well as get involved in events and so forth that I do indeed host. Also, feel free to join my Patreon. There's a link down below. You can click on it for more information, and I have a Nexus account down there if you want to pre-order Total War Warhammer 3, or if you're going to buy any of the Total War Warhammer games. But enough of that rubbish, let's go look at the good stuff, which was of course Tyrion performing rather well. The Mage of Life didn't do too shabby herself. Oh no. It looks like the game's crashed. What is this? No! We can't go through the damage value and damage dealt. What have you done to us? Almighty Total War. Let's see if that fixes it. It doesn't. Oh well, we're going to have to imagine the damage value and damage dealt. Not sure why the game crashed there, but hopefully the recording is all fine. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much time to re-record, so that's what you're going to get. Anyway guys, until next time, peace, peace. And as always, stay awesome.